Welcome back to Cubby Chase Farm. I appreciate you watching. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and do it. We're really close to a major milestone, 100 subscribers. That does include my family and friends, which means there's probably about 5 of you all out there that doesn't actually know me. I'm back up here in the chicken paddock. Today we're going to do a couple things. I've talked about removing them through their silvopasture. Now we're getting pretty deep into it. I'm going to use a brush saw, think a weed eater but with a blade on it, to trim down little bitty rows here where I can get this poultry netting through where it won't short out. I'm going to reset up the fence, and then I'm going to bring the sheep in. The sheep are going to stay out here in front of the chickens for probably about 48 hours or so. Try to get this knocked down a little bit. This is what I'm going to use. This is actually a Husqvarna, but you see the blade on it. I could get by with a normal weed eater, I think. You look at some of this growth, but the blade will definitely do a much better job than a string trimmer. All I'm trying to do here is clean a space out that keeps the brush off of the netting. That really reduces the amount of shot potential, and up here in particular I want to make sure it shots pretty hard. Got this set up. You see right here how I got the brush off of it. That'll keep it from shorting out. Now the fun part. Let's see if we can get the sheep from right over here and get them up in here. All right, we're hot. Nothing more powerful around livestock than a white 5-gallon bucket with a little sweet feed. Move the sheep, set up that paddock, got the sheep and chicken taken care of. I've also moved the 17 steers that I have up here in the front. I'm going to show you that right here in a second, but here they are. Looks like I have a limb. That limb blew down in one of these storms, and it's funny, all this grass has really come back with the rain. All of them are right here eating this down limb. These steers were on the other side of this dry creek bed right here, in that whole side of the farm for the past week. I run hot wire from back up at the up there right behind the house. And I come through here into this field and I cut it in half. If you remember, about a month ago when we had the heat so bad, I was standing right up here and I moved them up in those woods. Now we're back. We've had rain. You can see how this grass has absolutely come back here really over the past couple weeks. I divide this field up into 6 paddocks. There's 3 on this half, and then there'll be 3 on that half. Here's my water wagon. I won't move it while they're here. You see my wire here. This is the wire setting up this first paddock. This first paddock here. Tomorrow evening they'll move to here, and I will take this wire and it will flip around and it will hook over here. Don't have to move my water. Then on day 3 or 4, love to get 4 days out of this, I will move them onto this little paddock right here. Then we will move to the other side. I'll move this main wire to this side of the water wagon. We'll move all the steers over there and we'll run them for another 3 to 4 days. We'll come back here tomorrow. You'll see how we move them over to the next paddock. Next day, about 5:30, we're going to go ahead and move these steers over here into this next paddock. Simply just moving the line out of the way. They usually won't even step across it, even if it's on the ground. Now I have all the cows on this side in the middle. Water right here, 1 wire there, and 1 wire here. When I'm ready to move them tomorrow, I'll simply take this wire up and move it back over here. Here's the dividing line of where they were, and then this is the field for in a few days. It's really kind of hard to tell the difference. I left a lot of grass. I mentioned that we went for 40-some days without rain, and then we've gotten rain the past couple weeks here, and the grass has really came back on. I'm really blessed and in good shape right here to have this much grass available as I keep moving these cows around. I think it shows if you leave a little bit behind, the drought is going to hurt everyone, but if you leave some behind when you do get that rain, it really jumpstarts it for sure. We'll close this video out here this evening. We've got the chickens. They've moved to new pasture. Really been happy with what these Cornish cross chickens are doing. The sheep are in their new paddock. They're taking this down. The chickens will move in here probably tomorrow evening. It's amazing how you can get these animals all to work together like this. As always, I appreciate everyone watching. If you want more information on what we're doing here on the farm, you can find it at www.coveychasefarm.com. Everyone have a great week.